that my light sensitivity feels like it's gone down a little bit, which is nice. Um, this is a check-in after my cornea cross-linking procedure on Monday. I did that, let's see, at like 3 o'clock. And my first 24 hours, I was in not the best shape. In addition to feeling like there was something in my eye, I really couldn't see out of my eye at all. And it was really hard to keep my eyes open. Everything hurt. My eye kept watering from like the sensations. And eventually I was in a pretty solid amount of pain. Also, like, my eyebrows were really different heights at the time. Because this eye was very, very swollen. And so you could just really tell, like, my eyelid was just like drooping over my left eye. But it's come down quite a bit and it is looking a lot better. As you can see, I don't have much of any redness. I've been following post-operative instructions pretty much to the letter. 4 doses of antibiotics 4 times a day. Well, 1 dose 4 times a day of antibiotics and 1 dose of steroid drops 4 times a day, plus 4 drops of what do you call them? Artificial tears at least 4 times a day, sometimes more. Whenever I feel like my eye is a little bit itchy, I just pop a drop in. I've been not rubbing my eye at all. And it's really important not to rub your eyes after this because the layer of epithelium that usually is over the cornea is still growing back. But I feel much, much better. Today I had a crazy itching spell. And it was just everything in me not to scratch. Like I felt like I needed to dig into the whites of my eye. It was so bad. So I grabbed a warm compress and I put that over the eye. Hello, hello, hello. I put that over the eye and I washed my eyelashes because it had been a while. And the lashes were actually like getting gunked up from the steroid drops, and that was really affecting how I was seeing and how I felt. Um, and so now I have been post-op since, like I said, Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're 4 days in. I'm feeling much more energetic, but it still is like something that takes a lot out of me to like kind of bend over and stand up or anything like that. So I really am trying my best to keep the eye pressures low, stand up straight. If I have to get down to the floor, I literally slowly get down to the floor. I don't pick up my daughter, even though it's super hard because she's adorable. What's up, Casey Elmer? Shout outs to you. Um, but yeah, I have been feeling much, much better today, and today's check-in is going to be pretty short. I'm trying to think of some things that are different that would be relevant to someone else who's gone through a corneal cross-linking surgery that you would really want to know. So like looking through this eye, it's still a mess. I still can't see so well. There's still that sort of haze to my vision. And in addition to that, like there's just a slow incremental improvement in my visual acuity, but it is taking a very, very small incremental steps in the right direction. So overnight, I will get a little like tiny bit closer to my not so good prescription in this eye. But right now, my astigmatism is like off the charts. Like I can't see anything in this room past like right here. And even looking here, like it's super unclear. Like I know what the details of things look like, but I have to get like right up under my nose to see anything with any kind of clarity. So I know it's gonna get better, but it is not good right now. Um, and that's okay. That's part of the healing process. Um, it's really not supposed to make you see any better. It's literally just to halt the progression of the disease. Sometimes people experience a slight smoothing of the cornea, which is a nice side effect because when the cornea smooths out, you actually get a lot better like control of the astigmatism. And if it freezes in place, that's just a nice bonus. Hi, Casey Elmer. And thank you. I'm so grateful to you for wishing me well. I'm sure that I will continue to feel better over time, but I'm just so excited to be improving. I had no idea how this surgery was going to feel. The first 2 days were definitely the hardest. Um, the big challenge is that it wasn't physically the most painful thing I've ever been through, but it was psychologically one of the hardest things I've ever done, because I did not take any like relaxing medication. And so like they were scraping the epithelial layer off of my cornea, and I was like really scared about that. But once I got into like a good mindset, I was able to zone out a little bit, stay focused on like the spot they wanted me to look at, and just take my, mindful breaths and take note of the lights, take note of the colors, take note of the sounds, and really try to zen myself out. Because the real challenge is that you can't look away and you don't get to close your eyes because they're kind of held open, right? So that they can perform the surgery without any interruption. And so it is like a really participatory experience for a surgery. There are certain things you have to do for it to work. Um, and so that can be pretty tricky. Um, Yeah, but and thanks for the sub shout out. Yes, if you are enjoying yourself here, feel free to subscribe. I'm just excited to again like be able to talk about this. Um and I'm doing this again for like people who are dealing with either um keratoconus like I am, or who might have been experiencing something like corneal ectasia after laser surgery or LASIK. It is a scary thing, but there is a lot that can be done to prevent the worsening of that condition and to keep your cornea really strong and like and or give you a little bit of strength if you're in my case, like really on the weaker end of things. Hi, Starfella. Hey. I'm talking with everyone about my corneal cross-linking surgery. This is the 4th day after. There are old pictures, and I probably should like post it up or something of like my eye being all droopy. I was like I have past videos that you can check out where like I have my eye shield on and my glasses. Um, let's see. I'm doing well, Starfella. So basically, like, I've been getting a lot better over time. But I wanted to take the time to really walk through my experience because there are other people who have had keratoconus diagnosis and who would really benefit from the information. So I'm really just trying to share. And like usually when I come on, I think people expect me to either be working out or kind of doing my thing because that's normally what I do. But right now I'm recovering from surgery and a lot of things have changed. So I'll be back on the treadmill walking soon. But for now, I am telling people about this experience and trying to document it as much as possible, because I wish somebody had kind of shared this. I can appreciate that. I'm glad that you're here. And like it's okay. People have to scroll. They have to scroll. But I wanted to make sure that this was out here because like the community of people who have keratoconus online, I think is really strong, and there are a lot of people who benefit from listening to each other's stories and learning from one another. I know I would have benefited from learning from other people who are patients and their stories. But I'm glad that I can add to the patient stories so that other people can benefit from what I've experienced, and hopefully make good decisions for themselves and get the treatment that they need, honestly. What I will say is um, if you have monovision like I do, um, oh, so my sickness is called keratoconus. It's when my cornea, which is normally very dome shaped, if you have a healthy cornea, becomes more of a cone shape due to a weakening in the fibers of the cornea. It kind of gets this pressure that bulges out the cornea, and that's what you end up with. It's permanent vision loss, and it's permanent damage. So the earlier you catch it, the better. It's a disease that actually gets less bad with age compared to like most diseases. As you keep like aging, it gets much worse. The challenge is that like if you have active keratoconus and it continues to be active even as you age, if you're one of the rare cases, then you can actually see yourself come to a place where you experience blindness, which is, you know, a scary prospect. People can have corneal eye drops where they get scarring on their cornea, and it's like kind of clouding. Uh, there's all these different things that can happen. Thank you so much for subscribing, Starfella. I really appreciate that. Every bit of support really means a lot to me, so I appreciate that. And thank you, Casey Elmer. I appreciate that so much. Um, like getting the word out, I think is the most important thing. And right now, I want to share this with people while it's fresh on my mind, while I can talk about the experience from a very personal place. And the thing is, getting better unfortunately isn't really the goal. I would love it if that was the goal, like if somebody could just fix my eyes. But the sad truth is that like you don't really get better from keratoconus. You just stop getting worse. And that's pretty much where I'm at. And that's okay. I might need to like wear protective eyewear in the future, but like, I'm just learning step by step, and I'm taking it all in. But it is really a lot to take in because I just learned about keratoconus like for myself in December. Um, so Oh no, Starfellow, single as a Pringle. No. Oh, so sad. Who could forget you? I'll do my best not to forget you. Um, but yeah, the whole thing of keratoconus is that it doesn't really like get better. It just doesn't get worse. And you kind of have to set your expectations for treatment around like trying your best to protect your eyes, even if it means that your eyes might get worse, that there might be a negative outcome, or that your condition may be like too far advanced to treat it in certain ways. Um, I'm so sorry, fellow. Well, you have friends here. If you keep coming in, you'll see other people who come on a regular basis. You won't be alone. Yes, get revenge. Um, and I wish I could get revenge on like all of the situations that led to me having this advancement of keratoconus. I couldn't have stopped it from happening. It was just what happened with my eyes. But there were doctors who could have evaluated me who didn't for this, and it really sucks. But on the flip side, I'm actually really glad because the medicine has really improved over the years. And so it's better to be treated by somebody who's done hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of cases. Um, because it means that I'm not anybody's first trip to the rodeo. And they've seen really bad situations and they've seen way better situations. And it means that like they're inspired to do their best work and they know how to, give me the right expectations for how this is going to go. But like, that's the best thing I can say is that like I have a doctor who is a part of like the early stage work in the United States for keratoconus, and like she is definitely somebody who like respects the European approach, which is a much older process that has been refined way more than it has in the US. So I feel especially proud that I got my surgery by somebody who like has had pretty much only positive outcomes, where the patients all had healthier corneas. Um, and like I'm gonna get my eyes checked for the rest of my life. So I guess if something goes terribly wrong, I'll be able to, say, oh, it didn't work out, but she saw me again or whatever it is. But like I think it's just gonna be okay, you know? And yes, Casey, it really is good. Like that is really the good part. Um, lol. I hope that you are able to make some new friends, Star. I hope you make some new friends here. Um, but yeah, I really just came to say that. I did not have too much else to say today. Um, I just didn't want to let another day go past without checking in with you all, and letting you know what this experience has been like. The art kid is the best kid. What do you mean? Um, but then again, like my family's just full of artists, so I'm very biased. But I think everybody loves an art kid, even if they don't know it. Like all of the celebrities I can think of are like artistic in some way or another and are like awesome. And like honestly, if you're too serious, like boo, you know? Um and I think that like you're better off not being around people who don't like silly people. Um but yeah, I think I'm going to end at like 20 or 30 minutes, and I've been going for 17. So I think it'll be more like 20 minutes because I also have a few things that I've got to take care of as well. Um and my daughter's on her way back. I have to make an order for food for my family before they return. Because I can't do a whole lot, but I can make an order online. And you know what? When you outgrow your friends, that's okay. Like you can outgrow your friends, you can outgrow groups of people that you were raised around, you can outgrow different relationships, you can outgrow all kinds of things. I guess it's kind of a weird part of the message from me today is just that I've like outgrown the idea that like the way that like I've been treated in the past has to dictate the way that I'm treated in the future, right? Like I didn't have what I needed to prevent this disease from progressing, and that sucks. But what I do have is an amazing care team now and a plan and like a good support system of people around who really care about what happens to me. And although I do wish that I could have had a better outcome, um, I'm grateful that right now we're making it so that it won't get any worse. Um, and I'm sorry that you're in such a big period of transition, it sounds like, Star. But I hope you'll stick around and meet all of the awesome people in this group because um, it's really a bunch of people who truly care. And we usually hang out during the daytime and kind of do our thing then. So stay tuned and come hang out with us. It's going to be a good time. Um, but I am sending all of my love. I'm going to hop off because I've got to order some food for my family. But I hope you're happy and well. I know, no, I know. I have no accent. I know. Um, but I will see you really soon in the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Bye.